Corona talk. Let's talk numbers regarding Corona. We officially hit over 4 million confirmed infections worldwide. 4 million people have been confirmed to be suffering with this dumb virus. And we're about to hit 300,000 confirmed deaths. There's nearly 80,000 people in America alone have died from this. We're about to hit 80,000 people dead in America from this stupid virus. A lot of people are dying from this, and it's really bad. Some people are saying it's not really that big of a deal, but when you think about it, it is a big deal. Like 300,000 people have already died from this, and it's only been like a few months. 80,000 people have died already in a few months in America. You know, some people are comparing this to the flu. This is a lot worse than the flu, damn it. You have to think about it. Think about the numbers. The regular flu has already fully established itself in society. There's generally like 50 million cases of the common flu every year. And how many people usually die from the flu every year? About 50 to 80,000 on average. Apparently, last year's flu count, I think, was around 50 million. 50 million people got the flu last year. How many of those people died? About the same amount that have died from coronavirus. About 50 or 60,000 people died from the flu. I believe that was worldwide, I think. I gotta double check. I think it was worldwide. About somewhere between 50 to 70,000 people died out of 50 million cases of the flu. Now compare that to the coronavirus. We have 4 million cases and 300,000 people have died. Just let that sink in for a bit. The death count is way higher. About the same amount of people have died in the past few months from coronavirus just in America compared to worldwide in the past year from the flu. Let's just go over this again. 50 million cases of the flu in the past year. Between 50 to 70,000 people died from the flu. Now, 4 million cases of coronavirus so far, and 300,000 people have died already. That is mind-blowing. Like just knowing how many people have died so quickly from the coronavirus is just an idea. It's something to think about. It really shows that this virus is not something to take lightly. I've had the flu. Even though I haven't had the flu since I was like probably 12, I don't normally get sick. I get the common cold maybe once or twice a year, that's it. I don't really get sick. And I've had the flu, I've had pneumonia, because when I was younger, I would get sick all the time because I was a dumbass. I'd be licking doorknobs, I'd be eating popcorn off the sand at the park. I didn't give a shit. So of course, I got the flu a couple times back then when I was younger. And then one time I remember getting pneumonia, and it was so nasty that I started losing so much weight that I thought I was gonna die. The flu sucks. Ammonia sucks. Even though the ammonia part didn't last very long, but I'm talking about the flu. I had the flu when I was younger. It was a bitch, but you know, at the end of the day, it wasn't really that super big of a deal. It didn't make me fear for my life. This coronavirus makes me fear for my life. It's too new. We don't know enough about this crap. You know, coronavirus isn't anything new, but this strain of coronavirus is new. And it's taken the whole world by storm. You know, the other couple coronaviruses that have broken out, we got that under control really quick. There was only like 50,000 cases of that crap, and it was already over in like 6 months. You know? And it was because it was much, much, much more deadly. You know, and just pretty much anyone that caught those other coronaviruses, they knew about it right away. So they were easily able to contain it. With this coronavirus, there's a lot of people that don't even know that they have it. You can have the coronavirus for several days, not even show any symptoms, but you can still easily spread it just as easily as the common cold. And that is why it is spreading like wildfire. The cases are still drastically going up. That's why I don't think it's a good idea that anyone around the world should, start letting their guard down. There's a lot of places that are trying to reopen. They're easing the lockdown restrictions. I don't think it's a good idea. It's too soon. But it's like, you're kind of weighing two things here. What is more important, the life of other people or the economy? I mean, I guess we're kind of just treating it like a little teeter-totter. We're just going up and down. We're kind of doing it 50-50. We're trying to save people as much as we can, but we're trying to save the economy at the same time. So many jobs have been lost. So many people are homeless. Nobody can pay their bills. People are starving. Nobody has a job. We're losing money. We're going into more and more and more and more debt. It's ridiculous. This is going to be one of the biggest historical events in quite a while. This might be almost as bad as the Spanish flu epidemic that happened over 100 years ago. I think the only reason why this isn't going to be that bad is because medical science, technology, everything has drastically improved. The internet has taken over the entire world, so everyone can be more informed right away, so we can know what to do, and we can stay safe, we can avoid the sickness, and we can get treated if we do get sick. Back 100 years ago, our technology was almost non-existent. So of course, millions of people died from the Spanish flu because we had no treatment. We had no vaccines. We didn't really have anything. So it's like if you caught it, it was almost like cancer. It was practically a death sentence. Your only option was to fight it out. Only the strongest survived. And that's why millions of people died during the Spanish flu outbreak. But this is comparable to that because of how quickly it's spreading and how many people are getting sick. Millions and millions more people are going to catch this. You have to understand that the majority of the world inevitably is going to get the coronavirus. I might even wind up getting it. Shit, I might have already had the coronavirus. Like a month and a half ago, I had a nasty, annoying cold. I was like, what? This is annoying. For all I could have known, that could have been the coronavirus. I don't know. There's so many people that think that they got they're having a cold or something, and then it goes away in like a week, and then it's like, oh wow, they get tested and they find out that they have corona antibodies, and they're like, oh shit, I had the coronavirus? What the hell? But then there's other people that just flat out die, like they can't even breathe. They just feel like they're getting the flu, and they get such a bad fever that they just feel like they're going to pass out, and they have to go to the hospital, and they start getting pneumonia, and then they have to put them to sleep so they can get them hooked up to a ventilator. And it's like, I don't want to be in that situation. I hope I wouldn't have to be, because it's like, I feel bad for all those people that can't breathe. And then it's like, the second they go to the hospital, they just get surrounded by doctors in these hazard mask suits. It's ridiculous. And they have to be, you basically get put into this isolated room. You can't be around anyone, and you're essentially stuck there in quarantine until it passes over and you get over it. So basically, if it ends up being a fatal case of coronavirus, you're not going to know. They're going to put you to sleep so they can put you on a ventilator, and then you don't know if you're going to wake up or not. You'll either get better, and then they'll take you off the ventilator, and then you'll wake up. They'll take you off of the anesthesia, or you're not going to wake up. It's going to get worse and worse until your body just gives out. So you're basically going to spend your last moments alive in a isolated room with a couple doctors monitoring you. You're not even going to be able to say goodbye to any of your friends or family. That's just going to be it. You're not going to be able to say goodbye. And a lot of people have done that. They had so many people that are getting severe cases of this coronavirus. And, they just get dragged into this room and they're quarantined and they can't do anything. So the doctors are the last thing that they see. And then they get put to sleep, and then they end up not getting better. The doctors can't make them get any better, so they die. So they basically just get put to sleep, and then they never wake up. The coronavirus just kills them in their sleep. It just sounds so sad. All these people that died, and they didn't even get to say goodbye to their family. Their family didn't get to say goodbye to them. I mean, at least their friends and family can attend their funeral, but it just seems fucked up that, in that kind of situation, you can't even say goodbye. But as they ease their stay-at-home orders and lockdowns start to be lifted over the coming weeks, I'm not letting my guard down, and you shouldn't either. We need to continue to take this serious until this is over. This is not going to be fully over until a vaccine is regulated and released to the public. We're going to be at this war for quite a while. We're winning the battle so far, boys and girls, but the war is far from over. I'm not letting my guard down until this is over, and this isn't even going to be close to being over until probably at least the end of the year. And that's being generous. I'd say we're about halfway through this pandemic already, but we're not out of the woods yet. We're far from it. We got a long journey ahead of us. So I'm telling you, and I'm going to keep telling you, anyone that watches this video, don't let your guard down. I'm not saying be paranoid, but stay cautious. You have to practice extreme caution. Continue to do so. It's not really a big deal. Just stay away from other people. And screw this 6-foot rule. I say at least 10 to 20 feet. Stay 10 to 20 feet away from other people, minimum. Stay even further away if you can, but 10 feet should be the minimum. Just stay away from people as much as you can. Wear a mask. Wear goggles to cover your eyes too, because you have to keep in mind, there's three main areas that illness can get into your body. Your mouth, your nose, and your eyes. So just wearing a mask isn't enough. You have to cover your eyes too. I don't care if it's just sunglasses or goggles or, whatever seals out anything from getting in. The more it seals it out, the better. So probably, some sort of goggles that are like airtight so nothing can get through that and get into your eyes. You're going to look kind of ridiculous. But yeah, wear a face mask. N95 or N99 are the best ones, even though those are practically impossible to find. So whatever, any kind of mask that you can find, use it. It's better than nothing. Wear something to cover your eyes too. Always keep some sort of hand sanitizer with you. Wash your hands a lot. And keep this in mind. The frequency of when you wash your hands is irrelevant. What matters most is when you wash your hands. Just think about it. You could wash your hands like 100 times a day. It doesn't matter because we'll go wash your hands like 20 times non-stop and then go immediately touch a doorknob or some sort of dirty thing and then touch your face and then you're going to get sick. So it's like, it doesn't matter how many times you wash your hands. If you immediately go and touch some dirty thing afterwards, you might as well have not washed your hands at all. So what matters is when you wash your hands. So if you touch a dirty thing, go wash your hands before you touch your face or you eat some food. That's what you have to keep in mind. Because there's so many people that are getting sick because they figure, I washed my hands like 20 times already, so I can just touch my face all I want. No, bitch, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't matter how many times you wash your hands. The second you touch a contaminated surface or an object, you touch something that's dirty, something you shouldn't be touching, you gotta go wash your hands again. As annoying as it is, as much of a chore as it feels like, every time you touch something that's not food or your face, something, pretty much anything outside your room that hasn't been sanitized, you gotta wash your hands again. That's what I've been doing. And that's what you gotta keep doing until this war is over. We are at war. And the only way we can win this war is to continue doing those 3 main steps. Number 1, avoid people at all costs. Stay out in the open. Avoid enclosed spaces. If you're out in the open like this, staying away from people, you're fine. Don't worry about it. You can go outside. Number 2, wear a damn mask at all times. If you ever go out, you have to go out in public. You inevitably have to pass by a few people. Wear a mask. Wear goggles too. You have to cover this whole part of your face. Cover your eyes, cover your nose and your mouth as much as you can. It not only helps you, but it helps everyone around you if you happen to be sick and you don't realize it. And number 3, wash your hands and know when to wash your hands. I can't stress it enough. The second you touch something you probably shouldn't have been touching, go wash your hands before you eat something or start molesting your face.